Hey everybody, it's the Bald Man once again, and today we're going to be talking about the PPC or the PPF, however you want to think about it, the Production Possibilities Curve. All right, so we're going to start off with the labels, right? We need consumer goods and capital goods. It doesn't matter which axis you put it on unless you get specific instructions to put capital goods on the horizontal axis and then consumer goods on the vertical axis, then you do that. Otherwise, uh, just remember capital goods, consumer goods. All right, so how do we read this graph? This graph is really easy to read and understand. First of all, let's say we had a point A inside the curve. This point or any point inside the curve, anywhere inside the curve, equals inefficiency. All right, and what does inefficiency mean? Inefficiency means more than 5% unemployment. Right, so that means that we would be in a recession, right? Anywhere inside of the curve, we're in a recession. We have more than 5% unemployment, which means we're not using all of our resources, so we are being very wasteful. If, however, that point were to be on any part of the curve, right? Could be all the way here in capital goods or all the way over here in consumer goods. It doesn't matter. Wherever that point is, as long as it's on the curve, it means we're being efficient, right? This means we're being very efficient. And we also have to remember that efficiency in macro means we have 5% unemployment. Right, that is our natural rate of unemployment. That is what we want to have at all times, right? So as long as the point is on the curve, anywhere on the curve, we're being efficient. It's just we're producing one thing more than the other. That's the only thing that means, right? What about if we have a point outside of the curve? Well, this could mean one of two things, right? The first thing this could be is it means that we are overextended. And what does being overextended mean? It means that we have less than 5% unemployment, right? Which is something we do not want to have. I know it sounds cruel, right? But we always want to have 5% unemployment. If we have less than that, it starts causing problems for everyone, like inflation, right? No one wants to talk about inflation, especially right now, since it's especially bad, right? So if we have less than 5% of the less than 5% unemployment, we would be overextended, and that is not good for the economy. The second thing that this could be is it could be unattainable. What does unattainable mean? It means it is impossible for us to get here, right? Maybe in the future we can, right? But we would need three things to make this possible, right? We would need to grow the economy out to point C, but how would we do that? Well, if we have better technology, right, that is one of the shifters of the PPC. If we have better technology, that means more production. We can definitely grow to point C. We could also trade, right? We could find more trading partners, and that way we could create more economic activity, and we can grow our economy that way too. The last thing that could possibly help us get to point C are the four factors of production. If we have more of these four factors, then it would be possible for us to grow our economy to point C. But what are these four factors of production? You may be asking, right? So the first of let me give you the acronym, right? There is an acronym, you guys, I want you guys to remember, and that acronym is CELL. Right, the 4 factors of production, there's an acronym, and that acronym is CELL, and that acronym, right, the C stands for capital. We could get more capital, human capital, or machines or money, and that can help us grow our economy. The E stands for entrepreneurship. So if we get new people out there that are willing to risk their time and money to grow a business, to develop an idea, this too can help us grow our economy. Look at our at right now, right? We have a growing demand for electric cars. So, Tesla, Rivian, all of the major car companies are now coming out with electric cars, right? Of course, Elon Musk owns Tesla, the largest manufacturer of electronic cars in the world, right? He risked his own money. He is an entrepreneur. The L here stands for land. We could acquire more land. Now remember, land does not just mean the dirt we're walking on top of. It means all of the gifts of nature. Anything buried under the land, water, oil, minerals, stuff like that. Anything growing on top of the land, fruits, vegetables, your cattle, right? They're on the land. Or anything that grows above the land, like oranges and apples, right? That's all part of the land, right? If we acquire more land, it would be possible for us to grow our economy to point C. The last but not least is labor. If we have more labor, whether it's skilled or unskilled, right? It doesn't matter. Either one will help us grow our economy. Of course, if it's skilled labor, it would be better because our economy would improve a lot more than if it was just unskilled labor. So if you guys have any questions about the production possibilities curve, any of the shifters, or anything about this graph, please drop a comment down below, or you can send me a message on Remind.